What's up, family? Welcome back. It's Professor X with Professor X Perspective. Hope everybody having a good day. I appreciate everybody, all the subscribers. We're getting close to 3,000. Y'all actually getting 2 videos a day because I dropped one this morning. And this is kind of a part 2. It's going to be shorter, don't worry. We're getting close to 3,000 subscribers, so I just want to go ahead and say right now, I appreciate everybody that has tuned in, subscribe, follow, don't subscribe, make comments, read the comments, don't leave a comment. I appreciate it all. Negative comments, which that's not many, so I don't have no gripes on that. But just everybody that's just involved with it, this little tribe, little family, I do appreciate it. We just talk about race, religion, careers, and mostly about relationships. That's my heartbeat, relationships. And actually they all are, but definitely due to my background, relationships and race and religion are going to be 2 or 3 heavy hitters for me. I saw something on Facebook. Oh, by the way, before I start, fellas, it's Valentine's week, so I know sometimes we just need a jog to our memory. So if you got a good woman, and I guess even if you got a bad woman, if you have a woman, we know that this is a holiday that definitely caters towards women. So even if you got a bad one, hopefully she's good to you. And you was going to do something this year, take her to dinner, buy some flowers, buy some chocolates, buy some strawberries, strawberry chocolates, whatever. Maybe you forgot. This is your reminder this week. And hopefully you don't have one that won't go to any chain restaurants. If you got one that can only go to a one-of-a-kind place, I don't know, good luck. Good luck, brother. If you got one that don't mind going to a chain restaurant, sitting down, take her out to dinner, rub her feet, do something, watch her favorite show, just let her know you appreciate her. And yes, fellas, we do need our own day. I mean, Valentine's supposed to be for everybody. We do need our own day. And hopefully, maybe we'll get one day. But if not, we're men. So we just take what we can, right? And rock on, rock steady. I seen something on Facebook that actually, I'm not going to say it disturbed me. It just aggravates me. I saw a black pastor. He was recording himself. Somebody was recording for him, I guess. He goes into Target. Of course, if you watched my video from this morning or you have heard about the DEI, and then a lot of black people in America are boycotting certain places because of their rollback off of the DEI programs and initiatives. And as I talked about in my video this morning, it is a long one, but basically a lot of times when things happen, I've seen it, you all have seen it, America has seen it, no matter what color we are, particularly with black people, we tend to move really quick off of our emotions, which is what I called on the video this morning, knee-jerk reaction, right? You go to the doctor, you have to have a CDL medical test every 2 years to be a trucker. At least here in the Carolinas you do. I don't know if it's universal or not, it probably is, but one of the things they do when they check you over, when you finally sit down and talk to the doctor, is while he or she's talking to you, got the little hammer thing, and he's going to, or whatever tool instrument he wants to use. And while he's talking real casual, blah, 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 how you feel, blah, 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 everything's good, he's going to lean back and pop the part of your knee. And what he's looking for is that knee to just, that leg to kick out real quick, up and down. And so that's what we call a knee-jerk reaction. A lot of times we're guilty in the black community of moving in our emotions like that. Very little thought, just do, based on what we have heard. So I seen a video where this black pastor goes into Target, which is one of the businesses that, again, rolled away from that program. Not saying they were not going to hire minorities or whatever, but just, moving away from a lot of the money and different things that has to go to it, or being forced to stick with some of their quotas by force, so to speak. But anyway, he goes in there and he puts in his carts almost $3,000 worth of product from Target, about $2,600 worth. He puts in the cart. And black pastor. And when he gets to the register, of course, the young lady's there, Caucasian girl, and brings him up, tells him the total. He asks again, what was the total? And she tells him $2,600, whatever, $32, whatever it was. And he asks her, have you ever heard of DEI? Which she says no. And I'm afraid he could have asked a black person there, and they probably would have said no. Because most people, unless they are really into the news or into social media, don't even know what it is anyway. So, of course, she was honest and said no. So he went on to tell her, well, basically, because how I was treated by one of your staff over there, I no longer want these items. So I'm going to leave it here. Y'all be good, whatever. He starts walking out. And when he walks out, he's speaking kind of to the camera and saying, that's what everybody in America needs to do, to boycott as an inconvenience. So don't just boycott the place, but also make it inconvenient for them as well. My perspective on that as a black man, I find it to be extremely foolish. This is what I'm talking about when I say we have to return to thinking. The store that they say to go to instead of going to Target is Costco. So before I made this video, I used Google for most of the stuff that I just want to look up real quick. If I want to look up something in depth and get real knowledge, normally I try to find an actual book. I won't even look it up online. I try to find a book on the subject and then another book on the subject and really get the information. But when I just want to know quick facts and figures, I'll go to Google. So I Googled how many minorities works for Costco. It told me. As it told me, it broke it down by race, blacks, Asians, Hispanics. At Costco, 8% of their workforce is African American people, 8%, which is the store that they're saying to use instead of Target. So I did the same thing for Target. Target employs just blacks now, 8% for Costco, African American. Target employs 15%, almost double Costco, blacks. So in our reaction to a company that has pulled away from something that most of us didn't even know it existed until the president signed the order. Truth be known, most of us did not even know that such a thing existed. We knew that companies probably had a quota. We knew that, oh, they got to meet their quota. We knew that, but we didn't really know the name of it or the full details of how it worked until the president signs that order and companies begin to back off of it. And our response, not everybody, but the response of this black pastor is supposed to, again, I'm not judging a man, but if you are walking in that title, if you're walking in that role, then you're saying, I am a man of God. I should have a relationship with God. My movements should represent the movements of Christ. I'm a normal man. I'm subject to failure. I'm subject to make mistakes, make poor choices, but for the most part, I need to guard my mind and my thoughts clear so that I can move and be a representation of Christ and the scriptures. That's why you would be a Christian. That's what that means. And your thought process is to go into Target, which employs just for blacks double what Costco employs. Put almost $3,000 worth of stuff in your cart, take it to the front, ask a Caucasian girl a question that a black woman in the same store probably could not answer, and then make up a lie and say, the way that I was treated here is the reason why I'm leaving this here. You just told a lie. You said on the camera that the reason why we should all do it is to boycott with inconvenience. But you said to the girl at the counter, the reason I'm doing it is because of how I was treated by her, and have pointed to a coworker, somebody over in the corner. And you're supposed to be a Christian leader, man of God. This is the foolishness that we're talking about here. What do we think? This is how I look at it on certain things. When that young girl that was running the register goes home and somebody asks about her day, because I'm sure she felt embarrassed. I'm sure she was confused. She didn't know of the program. Why a black man would come in here and do this, talking about DEI. I don't have a clue. Manager, wherever you're at, what do you want me to do with this stuff? I already took probably 30 minutes. I mean, come on now. We've all gone to Walmart and different places and had $200-300 worth of groceries, and it took, 10 minutes? So just imagine $2,600 worth of stuff. All the time that he the only one probably in line, because everybody else done went somewhere else. And then she goes home and somebody said, how was your day? Tell me about it. What is her thought process of that black man? You think she's going to say, a man came in, got about $3,000 worth of stuff, and decided he didn't want it, so we all had to put it up? You think that's what she's going to say? Think she say like that? That some man came in? I don't think so. I think she's going to be very specific. A black man came in, talking about something I had no idea. Almost $3,000 worth of stuff. And made up a lie, said he was treated unfairly, and we all had to spend another 45 minutes to an hour getting that stuff off of my register. And maybe I had to move to another register while management brought in different staff to go put the stuff back up. All that stuff had to be erased and deleted out of the system because it wasn't even paid for. And then put back in the proper place. What point, my brother, were you trying to prove with that move? Do you really think that you got Target's attention to change their mind when they already employ twice as many blacks as the store that they're telling everybody to go to? Do you really think you're making a difference to Target? Do you really think with your so-called relationship with Christ that that's the best wisdom you could come up with as a representation to the church, to Christ, to the kingdom? Do you really think that was the best thing you could do? Do you really think that? That's what I would tell him if I could talk to him one-on-one. Do you really think that that move was successful? To me, this is Professor X, my channel, my thoughts, my perspective, my point of view. You look like a fool. You look very immature. To me, you look very immature. If you want to boycott the place, boycott it. But if the place as a whole employs minorities, over 45-50% minorities work for Target. When you do a move like that, what nationality do you think will be putting the stuff that you brought to the counter back in a proper place? What nationality? Who you think going to be doing that? You think it's going to be corporate coming down, putting that stuff back? You think it's going to be the decision makers? You think it's going to be the CEOs that's coming down to put that stuff back? Whose life did you put in a weird situation when they're walking around talking about why are we putting this stuff up. That's going to be black people's hands that has to put that stuff up. White people's hands that has to put that stuff up. Hispanic hands that has to put that stuff up. Asian hands that has to put that stuff up. The very thing that you want to fight against, you put them in a bad situation. You have helped nobody. You have helped nobody. And that's what I was talking about when I said I went to Ferguson in 2014 and talking to my people that was burning down stores in their neighborhood. You're helping nobody. That's why I'm so passionate about it. I done seen it before. You helping nobody. You got a knee-jerk reaction based off of emotion, and you said, this is what I'm going to do to show everybody they can kiss my behind. That's what you did. That's what you did. Yeah. Imagine if it was a black-owned business and somebody that was not our race came in and did that to us. Yeah. What if somebody that was of a different, from a European region, from an Anglo-Saxon, came into our business, got $3,000 worth of stuff, rang it all up. Boquisha took all the time. You know our nails be long. You know Keisha nails be long now. She done had to type all that stuff up all that many times. They messed up them good nails. For an Anglo-Saxon to say, I don't like the way I was treated. Y'all can put it up. I'm out of here. What would we have felt? What would we have said? What would she have said to him? Yeah, you know how we get. So that's all. I just want to give my rant. Y'all jump in the comments. What y'all think about it? I done told you how I felt. Y'all ain't got to agree with me. Put it in the comments. Talk about it. I find it foolish. I say you have helped no one. You move like a child. When I was growing up, there was a dude. Actually, his name was John. I won't say his last name. I remember his last name. His name was John. And he was a decent baseball player. But I forgot something about him we didn't like. Either he whined a lot, quit a lot. He used to do something that we didn't really care for. But he had a lot of baseball equipment. He had like bats and gloves. And he had a lot of stuff. So we would ask, can we use it? And of course, he would want to play. But if he lost or didn't get on the team he wanted, what he would say was, I'm taking all my stuff and I'm going home. And we'd be left with just whatever raggedy equipment that we had. Like a child. We was children. We was 13. He moved like that was a child move. Yeah, I'm taking my stuff, I'm going home. That's what he did. I don't like what you did, so I'm going to act like a child. Put in the comments, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. This dude got me stirred up. I don't like it. Let me know what y'all think, though. Be good.